it occurred to us that we would spend hours unshrink wrapping the plates, and then everybody would want them shrink wrapped so they could have them sent back home. So it wasn't laziness that led to the fact that they're now being presented in their full shrink wrap splendor. But it is a convenience for all of the teachers. Our next board member to introduce Ranza Sampour is Jude Cooks.
Good evening. So I wanted to make you guys do a little more work because an 8-hour symposium is not quite enough. So I'd like all the honorees to think about those students who you really feel like exceeded your expectations. Think back to those, whether they were ones that had nominated you in the past or ones that you just really, you're proud about where they went. And there's so many different people in the room who can think back, whether it's the teachers, the spouses of teachers who get to know the kids almost as well as the teachers, right? Think about those students that you're so inspired by and when they exceeded expectations. And then I want to tell you a little bit about Ranza Sampour. Ranza came to the United States in 2009 after spending almost 3 years in Syria. She was in Syria fleeing the war in Iraq. So when you think about students that exceed expectations, imagine arriving in Modesto, California in 2009 with a pretty limited command of English, but a real desire and a passion to learn. And you've got to come across the right teachers to make that work. But if you do, you end up with a student who graduates with a 3.9, who goes on to study sociology, who's planning on getting a master's degree in counseling and going back to the schools to work with other refugee students. So I think everyone in the room can remember those students, the ones that just blew you away, the ones that exceeded all expectations. And when you think about that, and you think, I had some small part of that, right? But what it really is it's that right combination between an outstanding student and an outstanding educator. And that's what's so critical to us. That's why I'm so proud to be part of the Carlston Foundation and why I'm so proud to bring Ranza Sampour up right now.
Hi, everyone. Okay, so I nominated Miss Bird, and so they say a teacher takes a hand, opens a mind, and touches a heart, and she has done all of that to me and to so many others. I remember my first day in high school back in August 2009. My first class was English, and it wasn't with her, it was with some other teacher. And I wasn't feeling so comfortable in that class, and I was so scared because I was sitting by myself, all alone, and everybody else was speaking their own languages. I remember there was so many people speaking Spanish, and I was the only one that spoke Arabic and Syrian, so I was alone by myself. And then she came in, and I still remember she wanted to tell me about my schedule, got changed, and she said I had her for second period. So the minute that I saw her and she talked to me, I felt so comfortable, I don't know why. But I knew there was something special about her, and she was gonna make it all so easy for me. So I knew it wasn't gonna be a scary thing. So I was a 16-year-old student that did not speak any English, and she held my hand and walked me through that journey, and she helped me not only learn English, but also aim higher and graduate high school with a 3.9 GPA. The way she teaches and the patience she has, the care she takes and the love she shows, all that make her the best teacher in this world. And I know being a teacher is a hard thing because I wanted to be a teacher myself, and I went to teach kindergarten class, and it was so hard for me. So imagine having to teach. Imagine having to teach a bunch of students that don't speak your own language. It must be so difficult, but she's so good at it. I don't know how she does it. She's so good. She's amazing. we would have been lost without her. So thank you for guiding us and for inspiring us. You're the best teacher in this world, and I really mean it. And wherever I go in life, I will always remember that I had a perfect guide and a teacher like you. And you were and will always be my favorite teacher, and you're like my second mom.
Oh, wow. It's true. The relationship that we've formed with our students in this special program is more like a family. And I appreciate more than you ever know Carlston Family and Carlston Family Foundation for this opportunity, because nobody that goes into teaching ever expects a moment like this. It's certainly not why we do it, and it's such an honor, especially recognizing teachers who touch the lives of students that might not otherwise have an opportunity or see what we see in them on a daily basis. And so I really think I have the best job in the world, because I know that a lot of you work in schools with demographics where the statistics say they won't go to college or they won't be successful. And the same can be said for my school and even for my students, but I feel like I have such a wonderful job in the sense that my students are coming with a clean slate, and they think that they have the world stacked against them, but really they have the world at their fingertips. All we have to do is give them the skills and the knowledge of the language and of the system to plug in. And honestly, I wouldn't be here right now if they didn't live up to that expectation. All we had with this program and in my classroom was an idea, and they made that idea possible through their hard work. And Gustavo, Ronza, you are what this country is about. Country based on immigration. I'm a history teacher by content, and so, I don't know, some people might say I have an opinion or two, but I could tell you all about it if you want to meet me outside after, but instead I would just rather them prove that I'm right. Thank you.